Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Wherever God puts you, that's exactly where you're supposed to be. You might be in a pile of crap right now, but that's exactly where you're supposed to be. There's something to learn. And I don't think it's to learn how bad the crap is. I think your lesson is to how to get out of it, or maybe even more important, how'd you get into it so it doesn't happen again. And if you're sitting in your place of employment and you're wondering, is this all there is for me? This is where I'm at. And you have an opportunity to dream and go do something else, go do it. Dream. Write out a goal. Commit to an action plan. Do what you need to do. Welcome to the No Comfort Zone. This is Dan. This is your reality check. Are you fat? Are you lonely? Are you broke? Are you miserable? Well, you're in the right place, because I'm talking about getting you out of adversity, because I do believe in you. Are you that A player who's looking to get to the next level? Are you the person, let's say a professional athlete out there, who's worried about your game and you think it's all going to wrap up and you're not going to be able to play anymore? I'm the guy you want to call. How can I be so bold as to say that I can help you get out of adversity and or help you with your professional athletic career? If you're a CEO, if you're a badass salesperson, if you're a manager, if you're a multi-millionaire running a multi-millionaire company, whatever it might be, here's the fact and here's the reality. I can help you get out of your comfort zone so you can live on purpose. And how do I do it? I do it every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. Because I've actually had more adversity than a lot of people. And the reason why I had a lot of adversity is because I was lazy, I was fat, I was lonely, and quite frankly, I was playing the role of a victim far too long. And when I just had enough of being me and I wanted to be somebody else, and that didn't work, I decided to take my life in my own hands, but that didn't work either. So after all the bad stuff didn't work and I realized that it's time for me to get up and move on, I picked myself up with the help of the VA. Thank you for my service, the United States Marine Corps. I got some help from the VA and they set me on the straight path. My help from my sponsor, my therapist, my mother, my attorney, my accountant. All these people actually helped me get back. And when I got back, I realized something. I'm just going to lay low for a while. I'm going to live average. I don't want to shake the foundation anymore. I am so tired of living in extremes. The reality is this. I wasn't born to be average, neither were you. I was born to make a difference. I was born to risk a little bit more, and every day I risk it, and that's what I want you to do too. So no matter where you're at in a relationship, at your place of employment, at your home, standing in line, hoping, wanting, wishing, waiting, wherever you're at, you have a chance and you have a choice to step up and get to the next level in your life. You do, and I'm living proof of that. How do you go from being in a coma to being flat broke, to being wanted by the IRS, to being in a situation where you can impact people at a high level, to work closely with people to provide the best customer service you possibly can, and lead people the right way on work ethic, integrity, character, discipline, honor, all of those things in a sales environment? How do you do that? By being honest with yourself, like I said in the last podcast. Listen, you have an opportunity to impact the lives of the people around you, but you're not going to be doing it by playing the role of a victim. As I mentioned before, and I'll mention it again, when you become aware of where you're exactly at, you have a choice. Do you like where you're at, or do you not like where you're at? And if you don't like where you're at and you don't do anything about it, you're like that frog sitting in the pot of water that's getting ready to boil up. It's going to cook you alive. You're going to be so comfortable in your misery and your excuses and your BS that you're not going to live your life. And what's going to happen is in 2 seconds, you'll be 65 years old wondering where your life went. Wake up, man. It is time right now. Wake up. And when I say wake up, don't do it with any false, pills, relationships. Don't have anything else wake you up other than yourself. And when you do that, what I mean by that is this. Don't get yourself into, I need to wake up and start taking a pill, drinking a Monster energy drink, drinking coffee just to wake up. I'm talking about the brass tacks of life. You want to wake up? Yeah, go take a cold shower and then go work out. Tell me about your problems after a cold shower. You'll forget them real fast. Put yourself through hell in the basement, running in place, doing push-ups, calisthenics, burpees, doing all that stuff. Then tell me how bad it is when you're literally, your chest is about ready to explode through your sternum. Get yourself so uncomfortable that when you're in that moment, you realize, man, you know what? I know I can offer society more. Because that's what this is all about. I said something recently on one of the podcasts or one of the blogs that I did. I don't even know where I said it. It could have been with a coaching client. I said something, you know what? The whole idea of it was a coaching client. The whole idea of being in this tribe is to become the superhero version of yourself. And don't get caught doing things for other people, because we can become cocky and arrogant when we realize how terrific we are, and we can let the world know how amazing our life is. But that's not what this is all about. It's about being quiet in your successes and supporting people so that they can become successful, and developing the people around you quietly. So at the end of the day, when you walk out, you're the guy behind the guy. Let's let them show up. Let them shine. Your job is quite simply this: to be the best version of yourself, to help and fix the reality for the people around you. It might even be people that you don't like. But you know what? If you're at that point in your life where you think to yourself, you know, I'm a victim because I'm fat, I'm a victim because I'm not in a relationship and I'm lonely, there's reasons that might be there for you. And those reasons might be you might have a disability that's tough to get over. You could still work at it, and I don't have any disabilities other than my mumbling, bumbling speech that I do every now and again. I don't have any of that yet. But I did. At one point, I had the speech problem where I couldn't talk. I had the thing where I couldn't walk. Now, it was temporary for me. But I still was living in that place where I'm like, I'm a victim. I cannot believe I did this to myself. When you take 450 pills, you have to expect consequences from that. And my body shut down. And it was miserable and it was scary. And I wondered what I was going to do next. And thank God, and I do thank God, that I was given an opportunity to get another chance at the walking and the talking and the living again. I was given 100 chances, I think. Just always took it for granted. Now I don't take it for granted anymore, and neither should you. So when we put everything together on the big scale of things, and I ask, you know, don't be the role of a victim. Wherever you listen to this in the world, whatever your situation is it ideal? I hope it's not. I hope you're not that comfortable in your life. And do you face greater challenges than other people? Yeah, you probably do. If you listen to this podcast, I hope you're not down and out at the end of your rope. But if you are, wake up. Believe it or not, when you get to the edge of the tunnel, if you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and I'm a testament to that. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I thought there was no way I'm going to survive long enough to enjoy any success whatsoever. Day in and day out, I had to put one step in front of the other. I had to do the right thing. I had to be honest with myself. I had to be honest with others. I had to be humiliated because I made mistakes and I didn't want to cover it up with a lie. I was vulnerable, and quite frankly, this is what happened. I did it long enough for the universe and for God to realize that I was serious about being successful by my own right, where I could put my head down at night and realize that, you know what, I am a worthy, worthwhile person. I do command respect because I give respect. I deserve to be in a relationship because I am a good person. I listen and I do care. God gave me a relationship. Fixing my relationship with my kids. If you've been listening to this podcast long enough, you know it's something that hurts me very deeply. The relationships with my kids. My son started to come around. And my 19-year-old, thank God I have a chance to talk to him, go to lunch with him and visit with him. He looks great. He's doing great. He's not where he wants to be, but I believe he's trying, and I'm proud of him. And at the end, when I say this over and over again, I use statements too much, but I know that my dad would be sincerely proud of me because I beat the addiction, I'm helping other people, and I'm doing the best to be the best version of myself. And that's what I want for you. And sometimes it might just take a simple method, a simple plan, like the No Comfort Zone Blueprint, for you to start achieving the success that you want by internalizing your real person, who you are, and working towards the hero version of yourself. You got to get to know who you are. You got to identify what it is you want in this life. You have to decide what you're willing to do, and you're going to have to take massive action. My Sam Crowley, my podcast coach, who's an amazing coach, who's a great guy, who's a great podcaster. His podcast, every day is Saturday, you should check out. And when you hit him up, tell him Dan sent you. Let me tell you something. He said something the other day that I've heard many times over and over again, but this fired me up. Even so much as to fire up and do a podcast right now, and I'll close with this. There are 3 frogs on a log. 2 decide to jump off. How many are left? You'll find the answer on the next podcast. But in the meantime, it's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye.